Calendar for the day. The first bill on the calendar for the day is House File 232. The clerk will report the bill.
House File number 232, number 1 on the calendar for the day, an act relating to agriculture, the first engrossment.
I recognize Representative Poppy, who will explain the bill.
Thank you, Madam Speaker and members. House File 232 provides immediate funding to add capacity and service to our stressed and struggling Minnesota farm families by using unexpended 2019 dollars from the Agricultural Growth, Research, and Innovation Program within the Department of Ag budget. There is universal agreement within the ag community that the current state of affairs, due to weather, low commodity prices, lack of market options, increased cost of services and supplies, and overall insecurity and unclear outcomes, has meant many farmers no longer can be their optimistic self. For some who have the responsibility of keeping a multi-generational farm and business, the feelings of being overburdened and overwhelmed with no positive end in sight have challenged them in unfamiliar ways. The numerous challenges can lead to deep despair, which can lead to a loss of hope. For a few, that loss of hope has led to a loss of life. In the Ag Division, we heard compelling testimony from a soybean farmer in northern Minnesota who told the story of losing her husband to suicide. The season is the reason for seeking funds today. As winter turns to spring, farmers may be making their plans to continue financing their business, and they may find those either curtailed or derailed. The time is now to provide additional resources to support them in their decision-making process. This bill will do 4 things. It will spend $100,000 in 4 ways. Ted Matthews is a solo mental health provider available at no charge to farmers at risk of reaching their breaking point. He will receive some additional compensation. This money will allow him to train a second therapist who will provide similar service. Mr. Matthews currently travels all over the state and works with farmers and speaks to numerous groups and agencies. A second counselor will be able to provide some assistance to him, and Ted Matthews will be able to provide some assistance to that person during this time. We also would use up to $40,000 to contract with a second mental health provider. This money will be routed through the Department of Ag to the Centers of Excellence at the Minnesota State System, both Central Lakes College in Brainerd and South Central College in Mankato. $30,000 would be used to increase marketing and promotion of available resources, including the Minnesota Farm and Rural Helpline. The Minnesota Department of Ag is also working on getting radio public service announcements developed and aired throughout ag country. Another aspect will be to seek to prevent suicides by continuing to train lenders, co-op managers, regional extension educators, farm business management instructors, and other interested parties who interact with farmers and farm families. And also $15,000 will be spent on increasing the number of farm advocates and/or farmer lender mediators throughout Minnesota. There are currently 10 farm advocates contracted by the Department of Ag who provide a minimum of 55 hours per month and up to 150 hours per month. Their expertise in matching farmers with resources is keen. They are often the first call for help. This is how the money would be spent. It's $100,000, and I would ask for your support. Thank you, Madam Speaker.
There are no amendments at the desk. The clerk will give the bill its 3rd reading.
3rd reading, House File number 232.
3rd reading. Discussion to the bill. The member from Cottonwood, Representative Hamilton.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. And just quickly, I'd like to say a big thank you to Chair Poppy for bringing this forward, and also working very closely with Representative Deb Keel, and on our side here, Representative Bennett as well. They've been big champions on this issue, and so I simply want to say thank you. This is a very important issue, and I'm glad we're able to address this early. So I ask for everybody's support. Thanks.
The member from Candy, Ojai, Representative Miller.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. Members, I will be supporting this bill. I'm thankful that as a state, we are recognizing the issues related to mental health of our citizens, not only in agriculture, but also in other sectors. This is something that we certainly need to continue to work on in the coming years. Our farmers are certainly under stress in recent years, and we as a legislature need to continue to promote the policies that can address their mental health, and this bill is certainly a good start. I'm hopeful that we'll continue to address the concerns that cause mental stress and pressures on our farmers. Along with challenging commodity prices, the top reason farmers are telling me they are under stress include overregulation and unnecessary controlling by the MPCA and the DNR, the heavy burden of hour upon hour of paperwork to satisfy an ever-growing bureaucracy, the taking of their land through riparian buffers, unnecessary meddling like attempts to change the way ditches along highways are mowed, skyrocketing property taxes and other fees to fund an ever-growing and bloated government, and the nonstop accusations that they are polluting our air and waterways without any substantive proof. These are just a small sample of some of the burdens that our farmers are under. And members, this is something that we can handle in the legislature. Matter of fact, a lot of these things are things that our government are actually doing to our farmers. So I look forward to working on policies that can address the mental health of farmers. I certainly support this bill. I think this is an important aspect of it as well, but we also need to make sure that we allow our farmers to do the work that they know how to do. Thank you, Madam Speaker.
The member from Roseau, Representative Fabian.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. And to Chair Poppy, thank you very much for bringing this very, very important bill forward. This is not a partisan issue, folks. This is a very, very serious issue that goes on. When Chair Poppy talked about the woman that testified in the committee, it's a close personal friend of mine, and I knew the family, and I know the family very well. As we move forward with this type of legislation, not just now, but in the future, we need to work together to build awareness, to encourage our family members, our friends and neighbors to be on the lookout, our faith leaders and so forth. This is a serious situation. The farm economy right now is such that it's causing a lot of stress. And I look forward to voting yes on this, and thank you everyone for your support.
The member from Pope, Representative Anderson.
Thank you, Madam Speaker and members, and thank you, Chair Poppy, for bringing the bill forward. It's much needed, badly needed. Some asked why it wasn't larger, but this just gets us to the end of the fiscal year, and there's going to be more funding coming, we hope, in a bipartisan basis to work on this really very, very serious situation in agriculture. And I would just add, Madam Speaker, that of all the things we've talked about, weather, last weekend down in the southern part of the state, huge snowstorm, lots of snow. And the last count I've heard are about 20 barn roofs have collapsed. A lot of those are dairy barns, and if you can't milk your cows, they have to go someplace. So another added stress on our dairy farmers in Minnesota, and they need the help and support of us here in St. Paul. So I also would urge support of this bill. Thanks, Madam Speaker.
Further discussion? Seeing none, the clerk will take the roll. The clerk will close the roll. There being 123 ayes and 0 nays, the bill is passed and its title agreed to.